Hi everyone. So it is Saturday night. It's 6:58 p.m. here in Wyoming, and I'm going to do a shipping video. The reason I ship my orders, even though they can't go anywhere until Monday, is just because I do feel that I have learned just by experience, and I've heard other people say it too, that any activity on eBay gets your store going. And I have noticed that sometimes my store is really slow and I'll wake up in the morning with nothing, and within just a couple of minutes of starting to ship my orders, not even getting them all done, just starting to, I notice that all of a sudden I have sales coming in. So plus I just like to keep my money separate. I like to know what's going to shipping, what's mine. One of my New Year's resolutions is to get my shipping changed over to my credit card. So I know it's easy. You just go to PayPal. I just have not done it. And really want to maximize some points this year. But it'll take just another step of bookkeeping each week to make sure that that credit card is, paid for all the shipping every week. And, before I, especially before the month is over, but at least monthly, make sure that all of that new activity for the shipping money is, going straight back to the credit card. But I've heard, people say the points are great. I have a Capital One where they give you a lot of points. And I'm estimating that some months, especially if I have a lot of hard goods and UPS going out, that I spend upwards of, about $2,000 on shipping. So I definitely am missing out on those points. That's just one of those, new things that I really need to get organized and implement into my system. So anyway, I forgot to grab IKEA bags to put all these orders into. We have 23 orders going out from Thursday afternoon to Saturday, whatever this is, Saturday at 7. So about 2 full days worth of orders, and I've got 23 orders. Man, you can really barely walk in my office. This is just, this is something. I've done bin hauls, like before Christmas. I had a bin haul, I guess, about 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas. But I was home more. I came home and I just stayed home. And so it might have been messy for a day or two. But this is, it's just crazy. Just too much traveling. It's okay, though. It is all good. Okay, so I just listed these two men's Untuck It. Man, I am just so unhappy with the lighting, guys. Let me try scooting this back. I have no clue why this is any different than any of the other videos I've ever made. I don't know. It's just something, I think maybe when I move and that light comes in and out from behind my head. I don't know. Okay. Let me try that, and let me see if, or maybe it's just the other little one. I don't know. Anyway, I just hate to make a video that's all dark and you have no clue what's going on. So anyway, I had these two Untuck It shirts. They're a size XL Slim. I tried to emphasize in the description that these are an XL, but they also say Slim Fit. And they have no stretch to them. So hopefully people look at the measurements. But anyway, this guy bought both of them. I sold them for, let's get over here and see where we're at. I want to say around 20 for both. So we're going to ship these together, and then I'm going to make myself a note. I won't make you sit through it, but I will go back in. And if eBay did not combine the shipping, then I will go in and give him a shipping refund, which this may push us up into first class. So let me grab a note. I do not want to forget to do that. Okay. Let me see here. I'll just put it right here. Okay, two Untuck It shirts. I want to say that eBay did not combine. He paid separately. So, he had my 28% off coupon. So, total shipped, he paid $24.25 for one and $27.95 for the second one. So, let me go in and see how much shipping he paid on each. So, on this one, He paid $6.50 shipping. And let's see, that one is the, that one's the Rondai one. And then I have some clearance stuff too. You're going to see some kind of higher end stuff. You're going to see some pretty low end stuff too. I actually sold 3 Untuck It shirts. Just the other one is to somebody else, and it's one that I had longer. And then all of a sudden today I kept saying Untuck It, Untuck It. And I thought, man, did I accidentally list that I had too many? But the other one I'd had, and it just all of a sudden sold too. Maybe they had more commercials today, or who knows. So that was the Rondai one. And this one's called Barrington. And I sold it for $24.25 complete. That's shipped. And so he paid also $6.50 shipping on this one. So of course $13, and then I'll keep track of what my label actually costs now. My scale is completely covered with travel junk. Okay, so let's go to ship. Purchase and order thing. I think that this is going to push it over into the padded flat rate. Yeah, definitely. I think between the two of them. These, I normally prepackage all of my sales, but, you know, I've just been traveling and I got these listed while I was away. I just listed these, I want to say last night or Thursday night, one or the other. And in addition, what you have to do on this, I know most of you already know this, but if you ship something together that they didn't pay together, then after I get the tracking number on this on the package, then I will go in and I will cut and paste it on the second package. Okay, so I got those in there, and it's 1.9. Okay. So we're going to go over here to padded flat rate, and that's going to be $8.30. Now, see, it's still showing, even though my post office has been closed since 9:30 this morning, it is still showing that this is going to ship out today. So it doesn't, so eBay doesn't seem very good at knowing the hours of like where you're shipping from. So while I'm talking, especially today, I'm going to have to be very careful to make sure that I'm putting Monday on my labels, or I will have to go back in and, you know, fix that on a label. I'll have to cancel the label and print it again. So let's hope that I'm able to dual task here. Now this is going to cost me $8.30, and I'm going to be nice and, you know, send him the difference. So this is on the Untuck It. I have another thing that I have to send a lady a refund, so that's why I'm trying to write these down. I did all kinds of customer service on the road, and I wasn't shipping. I told them, you know, I'm not shipping till Monday, and so I made all kinds of promises, or yes, I'll do this, or I'll reimburse your shipping, or whatever, and then now I've got to remember it all as I ship. Okay, so 1.9, I've got Monday, January 9th clicked, and this is going to come out of my funds. And so that should be good. And I got lots of envelopes to work with today, thankfully. Okay. Let's see how these bigger envelopes work. I probably just barely have to cut the half, and then it'll probably fit in this envelope. So this will be the first time I've been using these bigger ones. I'm sure it's going to be nice. I wish right here on this screen after you print a label that you could, you know, like have the order page, like a link to it, so that you could right then and there give them a refund. And I'm going to have to reprint this one. It's doing those squirrely lines again. That's another thing. I probably just need to shake the ink cartridge or just put a new one in. But the ink's really nice and dark, and it only does it every so often. So I'm going to take care of this here. See how this one prints. Okay, let me open another window here, because now what I want to do is cut and paste this tracking, and first thing before I forget, and while I have it open, I want to put that right in there. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's going to be great. It'll keep me from having to fold down or cut the edges, and it just fits in there real nice. They are huge though, and they are a little bit more expensive, so I'm going to have to decide what to do on that. But yeah, it looks really nice on the package, and that's good. So we got that one done. Okay, so let me go here and cut and paste that tracking. It should, oh yeah, right here's the tracking, and you can copy it. Sometimes this page doesn't respond to me and won't let me copy, so I'm going to have to copy the slow way, and then I'll go back to the orders. Sorry, my hair's touching my face. And then some of the stuff that they spray at the Goodwill bins, especially, they spray on the fabric. I'm not like super highly allergic to everything, but I'm touching that stuff all day. I could wear gloves, but I'm also trying to feel for cashmere and things like that. And so I notice, especially now that I've been carrying up laundry upstairs to wash, that it just seems like I've kind of got some of that. It's kind of itchy. Okay, so I put in that tracking on the other one, and I'm going to put save and continue, and so then it will show that both of those are shipped. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to awaiting shipment. Goodness, okay. This here is for a consignment client. I would not sell these again. They're let me show you here what they are. I'm just looking. That other Untuck It didn't seem to go off my screen. I'll double check it. This is a Happy Planner binder, and I thought they would sell for more. It's like $30 shipped just because they're huge. And so this is the most closest box to the size of what it actually is as I could get. And it's 3 pounds, 2 pounds and 2 pounds, 10 ounces. But the binder is just so big. And so it's for a friend of mine, and I don't mind selling it for her. I'll probably just give her most of the money, because she's not making really that much on it. She gave me 3 or 4 of these. She just kind of got happy shopping, or I don't know how she ended up with so many of these new in the package, but she just had a lot of the stickers and things that she ordered. And then she is like a super Happy Planner user. Like she is, her Happy Planner is just gorgeous, all the work that she puts into it. And I just want to make sure this is taped good. So anyway, but you know, for $15, and you know, she's not going to make that much if I charged her my normal 50%. So on this one, since she's a really good friend, I'm making some money off some of the other accessories on the Happy Planner. So on this one, actually, before I forget, I need to print off her copy of it. Otherwise, I'll forget to pay her. On my son and my stuff on there, on the ones that I, you know, sell a ton of stuff on, then we have an actual spreadsheet to make sure we can go back and do that. But I just had a few things for her this time around, and so I didn't make a spreadsheet for it, which I should have. That's a big no-no. Like anytime you do consignment for anyone, even if it's 1 or 2 things, you should be able to give them a whole spreadsheet of it. But she knows me, and you know, it's fine. She trusts me, and I haven't forgotten anything. I might have almost forgotten, but it's because I'm talking. So, and then on this one again, I want to make sure that I click for the items to ship on Monday. I don't want to click for them to ship today. Otherwise, I'll get to the post office, and my post office is good now, in a good way. They're very good. They're very detailed. But you know, thankfully I've done eBay for so long that they never have any trouble with me. And they're so detailed that every single package gets scanned. So that's the benefit. I'm really blessed that way, that all of my packages all the time get scanned like clockwork. I leave everything. I just dump off all the IKEA bags, turn around, and if I do have to go back to send more or to check the mail, my receipt's right in my box every single time. On the other hand, they're very particular and very detailed on all the rules, and so, you know, if I put Saturday on this and tried to ship it on Monday, I guarantee you that if any post office in the world is going to catch it, they would. So so I have to make sure that while I'm talking here, I don't forget. What you doing, little man, huh? Okay, so I'm going to change this to Monday. This is priority mail. Let's see, they paid $13 in shipping, and see, it's going to Connecticut. It's going like as far away as it possibly can. Let me check UPS, because I do have to go to UPS Monday anyway, so no different. Let's see here. Why can't I find it? It's $12.21 to UPS, so I'm going to do that because otherwise it's going to cost me $15. So instead of priority, you know, they have a street. So I'm going to go ahead and put UPS because it's the equal delivery time. UPS actually shows, you know, 11th to the 17th, and the priority shows 11th to the 14th. But I've never gotten in trouble with eBay for those two. Now, if I were to change it to Parcel Post, that is a much slower shipping time, and I think you can get in trouble for that. So I'm going to go ahead and click, and it says Monday. So I'm going to click my label. What you doing, huh? Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come say hi. Okay, come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come on. Up, up. Let's go. Come in. Up, up. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can let them see you, huh? I know they saw you on your walk today. Ooh, say hi. There he is. What a pretty face. Yep. He's the most fun. He is just... he is the cutest. The cutest, aren't you? And you know it, don't you? You 100% know it too, I think. Okay, I don't know why I'm still folding these just out of habit. I'm used to having to fold them to get them in the envelope. So let's see, and that does say, UPS never says actually the date, and actually, this printer is killing me here. I think it's okay. It's just on the one of the scan codes. It's not on the barcode, but still. I'm going to reprint that one. Okay. There's a dog outside barking, so of course he's hearing that. Okay, and I always, like I said on another video, I always mark out what was in the package, because some people celebrate Christmas after Christmas, or they forgot to order something for someone, or their other thing didn't come in. I know I have two things on Amazon that just never came in. I ordered my mom a pair of earrings, and then I ordered my little niece a pajama set that's in a character that she likes on TV. And I ordered them on Amazon, and they said that they got lost. Now, I didn't even follow up yet. They just randomly sent me a notice and said that I would get a refund once they got back to them or something. So I'll probably have to end up calling Amazon to just get either replacements on those, or I don't know what. Now, this is UPS, so this I've got to put this in a separate pile. I'm just going to go set this in my pile. Otherwise, I can't walk in here. Actually, I should have put the label on this side of the box because I have an old label on it. I'm going to make sure that I just peel that off. Let me peel it off. And that way there's no mistake, even with it marked off, that it would go there. You wouldn't think, but it is possible. There we go. Okay. This is the fun of shipping, you know, like hard goods. This is why some people say, you know, it is a lot more work. Normally, you know, I'm somewhat organized with it, so it's not a big deal, but I reuse my boxes too because it saves just thousands of dollars over the year. And I just have people who I know and they save them for me, and the boxes normally are in excellent condition. But this one, when I pre-packed it, I forgot to take off the old shipping label. So I marked it out, but I still thought that it could be mistaken for this one. Okay. All right, we're done there. I don't owe them a refund or anything, so let's go back to orders. Now this is a really nice LL Bean flannel. Again, I prepackage all my stuff, so it's kind of harder to see. I'm going to go down and find this here. And I've had this listed. I don't have it on here, but it sold on the 6th, which was yesterday. And this is $39.59, and I'm right now on $39.62. So I had this like less than 3 or 4 days, and I got $39.75, and they paid $54.25 total. So I believe this is an international order. I'm not sure. They used promoted listings, but no coupon on this. Let's see. So this is an LL Bean XL. And no, it's just going to Missouri. It doesn't look like a, you know, a shipping thing. So I don't know. Let's see here. And I had padded flat rate. I guess I'm just not adding right. $39.75 plus $9.75. Maybe this is like a transfer center in Missouri. And so maybe that's why it showed higher shipping. But as far as to me, they only paid... oh, I see. No, the order value, yeah, $54.25. I don't know. Maybe it's showing the price before the coupon, but yeah, the order value is $54. I took in $54 on this, and I'm going to put Monday, January 9th, and my padded flat rate's going to cost me $8.30. So I'll go look at the order detail later, but it's saying I took in $54 minus my promoted listing and my eBay fees. Okay, so for Monday, I'm having more sales. That's the problem. So we'll get as many done as I pulled, and then I've heard it ka-ching twice. I don't know if it's an offer and a sale. I'll go check here. See what's going on. No, it says paid. This had some wool in it. I don't believe it was 100% wool. I should have looked at that as I was talking to you, but let's see here. Let me look on that one. I was going to tell you more about that. Looks like I just sold some Eileen Fisher pants, unless this is out of order or something, but I don't think so. Yeah, this LL Bean shirt, it was a wool blend, but it was an XL tall, so I think that is why, you know, I was able to get more money for it. And then as far as what I ended up getting, my trash can is full already. Let's look at this here. I love LL Bean when it's a little bit higher unique stuff. Just the plain old cotton button downs, I don't do real well with those. It just takes forever. So let's see. So yeah, they paid $54.25. That's $39.75, $9.75 shipping, and then sales tax. And then my total earnings were $28.96 minus what I paid, which would have been either it was at the bins last time or I paid about $4. I think I paid $4 for that at a regular Goodwill. So my total net after what I paid and the shipping label and all of that stuff was $24. So I'll take that all day long. All day long, all day long. Okay, this is a Walt Disney stocking. It is, let me show you here. I almost got it confused with this rainbow bright stocking I sold. And I might start leaving the tops off now that I'm doing what sold videos. It's a lot more interesting to show you, and I had stuck the top down on this one already. I always put some cardboard on it because for first class, this is a stocking, so most likely the post office would have thought it was a shirt and let it go through as first class. But it is a vintage stocking from Japan, and I just wanted to take better care of it. It's felt, but it does say Walt Disney Productions on it, and it had Donald Duck on it. I tried to get a lot more for it, but I had it a long time, even before Christmas. So anyway, I ended up getting 14 plus shipping. It's really cute, but it's small too. It's a lot smaller stocking. It's not really a stocking you could necessarily use. Okay, so that is 6. And I got to change it to Monday. It feels so good to get up on a Monday, and I'll try to do all my orders like tomorrow night too. It just feels so good to get up on a Monday, and you might have 3 or 4 huge IKEA bags going out, but you know, your work's already kind of done. And again, I mean, I'm not saying it has anything to do with it. I've had pretty good sales today, but just since I've started shipping, I've had more sales and several more ka-chings. So I think that it just is another way that eBay thinks you're working. I think eBay would rather have you listing, but it's better than nothing. Okay, print. I made a list here. This is what I'm going to do too. This is a list. I showed you how messy my garage was. So this is just what fits on the first couple of shelves on one shelf, like single shelves. And I wrote them down because I went in there. I just quickly wrote down to make sure what I still have before I'm ending and selling similar. And then I'm going to go through and one by one just figure out why these haven't sold. And so I want to edit about this many every day this week. I really would like to just drop everything and edit, honestly. I feel like it would be worthwhile, but I do feel like my sales aren't as good as if I don't put up new stuff. Plus, some of those I might decide to get rid of, or at the very least lower the price. So I want to make sure that I'm replacing all of those things with better stuff. Okay. Alrighty, we got that one ready to go. Next, it's stuck together. That's the problem with kind of pre-packing things. Okay, this is see, I'm selling all this stuff after Christmas. I have quite a few Christmas things. That was a stocking. I have another stocking. I have this Christmas suit. I tried to sell it before Christmas. I picked it up at the bins. I have a flamingo one that's really wild, or else I sold it. I don't know. But anyway, this is just the suit coat. These are kind of cheaply made. They're kind of novelty. And so I took a discount on this. I don't really want to hang on to it till next Christmas. I'm going to cut some of this off just so it doesn't weigh so much if I can. I must not have had the proper size mailers at the time. I try to not run out of stuff, but it just happens. It just happens. It just happens. So I know, I want to say I took an offer today like $6 or $7 on this, just to get it out of my way. Okay, whoopsie. I'm pretty sure I sold the flamingo one. I'll have to check, but I had over $100 on that at one point. I don't know if that's what I ended up getting. Let's see here. Okay, there you are. I took $8 plus shipping. It's first class. So the buyer is all in, $15.26, no promotions and no coupon used at all. So I paid, I mean, it's 13 ounces back then at the bins. Before this particular trip, it would have been around $1.50 per pound. So I probably paid $1.25, something like that for this thing. Change it to Monday. It's going to Missouri. So yeah, some of these, I have a really old orange hard hat and a green hard hat that I thought would go for more. And I don't know what I have them at now. I know I've reduced the price already because they're on the top shelf. There's some of my oldest hard goods that I have in stock. So I'm probably going to put 99 cents on those plus shipping. But then I have a necklace and earrings, which is real pretty mid-century modern. And I must just be too high on it. I don't have a lot of jewelry, so I'm sure I'm not attracting as many people either. So I'm going to lower that down. I don't think I'll put 99 cents on that. I'm just going to lower that way down. And I have some hats that I just haven't sold. Let's see here. I seem like a slow shipper, but I'm very detailed, and especially right now where I have to remember to ship on Monday. Okay, this is a Coldwater Creek jacket. This is one of those things where it's almost like a game. You know, they started at 9 or 10, and I just kept countering at 16 because this is, I don't have the size here. This is a really pretty kind of tweed-looking Coldwater Creek. But I know Coldwater Creek doesn't go for a lot, so I was kind of willing to go to like 14 or 15, but, you know, I just didn't want to go to 10. So I'm trying to find it here. So I ended up taking 14 plus shipping. They are $25.18 all in. They used, or it's sold via promoted listings, but no coupon. And I always have a coupon up, so I think they probably would have maybe gotten a better deal rather than to keep offering me. And they kept going back and forth. This is one of those times when they took all 6 of their offers or whatever they're allowed. And I wasn't trying to be a stickler. I did finally give up on the 16, and when they gave me 14, I said yes, and I took it. So because I paid, you know, $1 at the bins, I won't pay too much for Coldwater Creek. This is a size 16, which is a better size than like a small or a medium. If it had been an XL or a 1 or 2X or something like that, then I might pay $4 for it and try to get 20. But even as pretty as this was, I knew that, you know, I better just get it at the bins for $1. So that's what I paid. So it was pretty good profit. I'm happy with it. So yeah, it's going padded flat rate, change it to Monday, and it's going to Kentucky. I love Kentucky. That's where my grandma was raised. She passed away a couple years ago at age 92. She had either 7 or 8 other brothers and sisters that preceded her, and that was really tough on her. You know, she was the last one to go. And so after she went, it was COVID. She, I don't believe that she ended up necessarily dying of official COVID. She had a respiratory thing that she'd had for years, but she died during COVID. And so we waited, and then we went up to Kentucky. And she had a twin sister who died a day after birth, or the day of the birth. She was a twin all of her life. And so we had to go to Kentucky and find the old cemetery. And it was way up on, I mean, just out in the middle of nowhere. But all of those, I want to say archaeology groups, but all of those genealogy groups are so good and helpful. Let me make sure I put Monday on this. Yes, I did. Okay, I'm talking. All of those genealogy groups were so helpful. I just got on the county. It's Morgan County, Kentucky. I got on there, and I, you know, put out a thing. I said, you know, my grandma believes that her twin was buried somewhere in this, you know, county, and, you know, has anyone happened to have seen, you know, a baby headstone of this or that or the other? And it seems like she had a picture from like 40 or 50 years ago, And so we took that picture, and so we knew that there was an actual grave that did exist at one point, but it wasn't in any of the normal cemeteries where they keep better records. So anyway, long story short, we found it. We had to walk up to it, and it was just her ashes. It wasn't, you know, her, because that's illegal, but it was just her ashes. And so we found it, and even though she had never obviously met the twin other than at birth, she always felt connected and wanted to be buried together, and so she was. So but that was quite an adventure, to get into all the genealogy of it and things, and I had never really taken a deep dive into that, but now it's just so fascinating, so fascinating. Okay, let's see what we got next. This is the gold collection. This is a Dimensions, I believe. And I'm going to print this off. I'll check later. I don't have my son's name in this, so it might just be mine, but he finds these quite a bit too. And he's very good at, you know, I taught him that anything that says the gold collection or Dimensions gold, you want to pick up. So see, this is Santa. So maybe someone just feels like they didn't get enough done last year on their projects, and they feel bad and they want to do it now. But this is after Christmas. They paid $49.59 plus shipping and sales tax, so they are $62.96 all in. So I'm gonna print 2 copies of this just in case I owe my son some of this. I find these all the time and pick them up too. So what I've been doing, like I said on my last shipping video, is now I put his name in the custom SKU if it's his item as I list it. But we weren't doing that, and so now I can't remember. Okay. This is why I like to ship my orders early, and then I have all the, I don't have a lot of consignments, but I do have a lot of consignment stuff for my son, and it's well worth doing. Like on this, even if it's only my half, my total earnings after shipping, let's see, shipping is going to be, it's first class definitely, so shipping is going to be about $6.50. So we're still splitting $44, and all I did was take, you know, a few pictures and list it. He paid for it and everything. So even if this isn't mine, that's still well worth doing, because he's a pretty good picker actually. Okay. Now I got to scroll back down because I chose to print those off and then my window went somewhere. Sorry about this. So yeah, I'm really happy with that sale. And the buyer said, "Thank you. I appreciate the discount. It was originally was more." That's her wording. It was originally was more than I wanted to pay. It meets my budget now. So, you know, I probably went in and edited it. There's no coupon used and no promoted listings. So it must just be that after Christmas, I was doing some kind of hard editing and decided to clearance that out since it's Christmas. Yeah, I have a bunch of Christmas stuff to list this week too. And I'm just, you know, it just seems to sell for me. I'm going to change this to Monday. And actually, they live in Clearwater, Florida. I never can understand this. Like, Florida to me seems like a long way from Wyoming too, but it's only going to cost $5.23 to ship this. I guess it's because it's 11 ounces and not 12, so that's probably why. Okay. My husband and I were going to watch Time Team, or we have some documentaries we're in the middle of. Time Team is out of the UK. If you're from the UK, I'm sure you know what it is. I don't know why we're fascinated. I see why he is, because his geography is better than mine and his history is better. So, you know, to him it makes sense. To me, I'm just like, okay, where is this in England and what? I mean, I'm the one with the history degree, I'm embarrassed to say, but I got my history degree in Texas, and so I did a lot of like Texas history and that kind of thing. They would let you just take, you know, certain levels of classes for your degree. They didn't make you take a wide range. So I have a 4-year degree in history, but I did very little like ancient history and very little much of certain histories, but at least years ago I could tell you everything about Texas you wanted to know. Now I can't even now because I don't use it, but so kind of sad. So I'm certainly not very good at the history of England, and I know Rome, you know, was there and invaded it at different times. So I'm getting better, but yeah, we watched the Time Team, and it's just really interesting to me anyway. I should have emptied my trash can before I did this. I still have Thursday's trash in there, I guess, because we were in such a hurry. I just shipped and left my trash there, and now I can barely fit anything in it. Okay, where are we at now? This is called an O Snap shirt. This is a really cool shirt. I waited and tried to get more, and I just couldn't. I think it's really cool. It's geometric. I probably could have waited it out longer. I took 16 for it. Let me show it to you. Now, is this not wild? Woo! Wild. This is like a vintage. I put, I guess I didn't even put Y2K in it. I just put vintage O Snap button-down shirt. Men's XL polyester blend. So anyway, I got $23.54 shipped. It did sell via promoted listings, but no coupon. And it weighs 7 ounces, but I'm going to put 8. I just always go up 1 just in case with the label, especially now that I'm using these pretty big labels. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is going to feel good on Monday. Right now, it's 7:40 at night, but I have not worked all day. I mean, technically I did. I slept in a little bit too long. I slept until 7 because I was so tired from the day before. So I think I fell asleep about 11, woke up probably more like 6:20, but just was a bum and did not get out of bed. We were still out of town. And then we rushed over to my mom's, got ready, rushed over, loaded all our stuff again, which is always about a half-hour ordeal. Load the puppy, load his puppy stuff. A lot of things we leave there at the apartment, but I need, you know, I guess I should get another laptop and just leave it there so that I don't carry it. But when I'm in Denver, I take my laptop anyway. So I just fold this up and take it. And so we did that whole routine, loaded up all our stuff, and then went and had breakfast with my mom and my niece and my brother and everything. And then I went to the Goodwill by 9:30, and I shopped till, like I said, 11:17 or 11:20, something like that. I told my husband I'm ready, and then we went and got Arby's, and then we were out of town and back here. It took us, the roads were great today, though. That is the good news. The roads were great, and then like I showed during my walk, if you watched my last video, it's just really nice weather right now. Considering, I mean, it's still like 35 degrees, but that is just a heat wave compared to what we've been going through. Okay, this is the other Untuck It shirt. This is the size large. It is cotton, and it's not slim fit, but it's a real pretty kind of pinstripe, but I've had this a while. This is number 3784, and I'm on the 3900s. I guess I probably had it maybe a month at the most, so I'm going to go down here to untuck it. Okay, and this one sold with promoted listings, no coupon, and they are $22.75 in. So yeah, so why did this one just all of a sudden sell today, and then the other two also to a different person, to two different people? Who knows? I don't know. I don't remember sending offers on this. I'm not saying I didn't, because I just was sending a ton of offers on my phone the last 2 days. Can't really remember. This one's going to Virginia. You would think, I mean, I do sell a lot to California, but you would think that eBay would show my stuff a lot more to California. But, I don't know. I sell a lot to New York and Connecticut, Vermont. I sell a lot far away, so. Even my hard goods, like a lot of my hard goods, I guess because I have a flat rate and I just kind of overestimate, if you know, I put the farthest away zip code that I can. I put 32004 for Florida, and then I have a list of other ones, excuse me, that I put. I have New York on there. So I go to Pirate Ship if it's something really big, and I make sure that I'm not underestimating. And then if someone like in Wyoming or even Montana or somewhere close buys it and it's like $20 off, then I am normally, you know, that person who sends them back some. If they made a really low offer and I accepted it based on, you know, everything included, based on that I might make some on the shipping, then I don't. But I try to take all the factors into account. There's that one. And nope. Okay. Let me see, brother. Okay. So this one, I was talking. That's why I'm checking. Okay, this one says today. So what I'm going to do, and this happens, is I am going to cancel this shipping label because I was talking and I thought I clicked Monday and I didn't. So if this is something that's happened to you, you're like, oh, you know, the mail's closed or the postage, I messed it up. So I'm going to go down and actually cancel this shipping label. Now I may not get reimbursed today. And I'm just going to put other for the reason and send the request. Now this is first class. So the message says, we sent the shipping carrier your request. If the shipping carrier hasn't scanned your label, you'll receive a refund in a few days. So now you can't go back to orders because it still shows that you shipped this. So you're going to have to, well, or you can't go back to orders awaiting shipment. So Frodo's in the middle of my stuff on the floor that needs washed. Thankfully, the stuff that needs washed. He's, hey, don't make a bed of it. Okay. Thankfully, the comforter that he's sitting on is one that I'm keeping. It's not one to sell. Otherwise, I don't want to try to get that kind of stuff out of clothing. Okay, so let me go back down to the Untuck It shirt. I thought I clicked it when I was talking, but I didn't. That's why I'm checking every package, and I'll check it again. Okay, so this is, yeah, the correct person. So I'm going to click down on the drop down when it will let me, and it should say buy another shipping label, and it will warn you, and it will say, you know, do you realize that you've already bought one? And I'll say yes. Sorry, I had to go back to orders, so now it's pulling up all the orders within the last 90 days. I probably should have changed it to 7-day on that. Okay. So purchase another label. So I'm going to definitely pay like, what, $5 more bucks. That's why I always like to keep a lot in my account for returns, for things like this. Okay, so now let me try this again. Monday, January 9th, and that one says the 7th, so definitely. Okay, let's try it again. I've noticed that if I turn it to, say, Monday, and then I go and I change the type of shipping below, then sometimes it'll unclick, but right now it looks clicked. It says Monday, January 9th. Let's try it again. And I'm going to try to just peel this off. And I don't care about the envelope, but I just don't like to have both in there in case, you know, I guess it wouldn't matter since it's the right address. I didn't put it on the wrong one. Yeah, and this one, oh, okay. Let's see, print date. Oh, see, probably. See, I'm talking and distracted. No, this definitely said 1/7, because on this, it says ship date and print date. I thought, well, maybe I read it wrong, but this one, the new one I'm going to print, definitely says the 9th, so that's good. That's what we want. I know I have in my planner here, it's over there, that one Monday coming up again. I think it's Martin Luther King Day. I guess I better make sure that's not this Monday. Usually eBay catches that and won't let you print, but is the 16th. Okay, so next Monday, guys, I expect you to help me remember too. Next Monday, we have to ship on Saturday and then Tuesday. So I'm going to slip this, or maybe I won't bother, because then I've got to use tape. I'm just going to use another envelope. I don't want to mess with, it's cheaper to use one of these than more tape. So, disaster averted. I mean, if I give them 25 packages, would they have caught one? Yeah, probably. My post office is really good. You know, the problem isn't that I would mind going to reprint it. It's just that even as much as I'm in there, you know, they're busy. So they don't necessarily call me if it's just one package. You know, I've explained to them before, you know, how important it is to get the scans. And they, you know, they've always been good at that. But, you know, I don't really expect to get that kind of customer service where they call me if I just mess up one package. But then I feel bad to my customer, and I feel like I get a late shipment. There is a very unhappy doggy outside. I don't know if you can hear the barking. I don't know. My dog's in here. Thankfully, he's chill, which isn't always the case. Okay, these are number 1017. I have so many orders I didn't remember a Vera Wang pair of jeans, but apparently I did. Let me find them here. Simply Vera Wang. Okay, these are like number 1017, and I am on 3962. So I have had this pair of Simply Vera Wang jeans. They're skinny jeans. They're size 6, and they're a real short inseam. They're like a 28. So I don't know, but I tried everything to sell these, obviously, for probably over a year. And so I took $6 plus shipping. It did sell via promoted, and it's $15.28 all in, and I am happy. I have no memory of where I got these. I don't know if it was the bins or what. It's been too long ago. I'm assuming it was the bins. Vera Wang's never been something that I think I would have paid $4 for. I don't believe. But anyway, I am so glad to see these go. These are some of my first things. I actually sold the oldest piece of clothing I have today. I'll show you in a minute. This is close to it. That is number 55, I think. But I'll show you when I come to it. So I'm going to change this again to Monday. Yeah, I don't know why, I mean, why I couldn't even get 10. Like, you know, I was conservative, I think, changing my prices, and I thought, well, I can get $9.99. I think I tried that for months. I should have just put them way down. But I always have my 28% off coupon, too, and maybe this was an offer. I can't even remember now if they offered me 6 or if they just never used the coupon and I had marked it down to 6. I am not sure. And I don't know how to tell that. I guess when you go to eBay, if you look at it in your orders, maybe it's crossed off. The price is crossed off. I don't know how to tell if I accepted an offer. This one's going to Ohio. That trash, I'm going to have to have trash everywhere. All right, this is J. Peterman pants. Now, this was a really good sale. These are really pretty striped. I think I just showed you these this week in a haul video. But I got a really good sale on these. So, and these are overdue shipping. Ugh, this is one that just got away from me with my travel. I changed my shipping times, but this one must have been an offer and it was sitting there. And I tried to re-invoice her, and I just couldn't. She had wanted to use the coupon instead of the offer. She didn't realize she couldn't do both. So I said, okay, you know, you're fine to use the coupon price and get that, because it would have been cheaper. So I owe her about $6. I'm trying to see if I can do it from here. I'm just going to ship these first, and then I'll go back and do it. Really pretty pair of pants. I hope they fit her. She seems like a really nice person. She wasn't upset or anything. She just wanted to get the cheapest price. But then the invoice wouldn't work. So really I spent like 20 minutes trying to, each day send her another invoice. And then I duplicated it to myself and I never got mine either. So eBay just never really sent the invoice. I have no idea why. I do not know. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then in another window, I'm going to go over and give her a discount here. Open, open, doesn't want to ship. There it goes. Okay. Sorry guys, this is how long it takes, especially when I'm giving refunds and doing things. If it's just straight shipping, I'm a little bit faster. I know I'm talking in between too, but a lot of times I have like customer service issues I'm dealing with at the same time. So I guess I'm probably a slow shipper. I know some people say they can ship like 50 items an hour, and probably if I were just not talking at all, I probably am normally going faster. Okay. So let me come back down to these orders, and I'm going to quickly send that refund because I think she's paying attention enough. Normally I would just wait till after this video, but I think she's kind of like talked to me about this enough that she'll see the shipping thing and then wonder where her refund is. And it's going to be faster for me just to do this than to, let me see where I'm at. Let me go to order details. Then to, not do it now, and then she'll start messaging me right away that the, why didn't you give it to me? Not in a bad way, but she just seems like the type that would. So now I'm on the screen, and I want to go down, and there's a drop down, and I want to go to send refund. And it's going to be a shipping whatever. It's not really a shipping discount, but that's what I'm going to put. And then I'm going to put $6.50 and review refund and send it. I put coastal. This was one of my first times of using the keyword, let's see, seacoast grandma or coastal grandma or something like that. I had learned it off of Ryan and Jack Valentine. They were doing these aesthetics, and so my title on this one was J. Peterman Pants, Women's Medium, Blue Silk, Wide Leg, Coastal Grandma, Striped Flowy. So I don't know if that had anything to do with why they sold so fast. J. Peterman is a pretty good brand, but that was my first time ever using that aesthetic name. And, I'm really trying to learn the ones I can, and I felt like that fit, so hopefully it did. I've got an offer here, guys. I got to think about, okay, new offer, Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, Henley. I wanted $12.09. They want to give me $9. It's an XL. It's nothing too fancy. I must have got it at the bins. I don't pay $4 for even Ralph Lauren unless it's like a coat or a jacket or, a really unique piece that has like a huge logo on it. And so this is going to be a profit, and I'm going to take $9. I'm going to say yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will take $9 plus shipping, of course. Okay, good. So that's probably like a $7 more profit. Okay, this is the Rainbow Bright stocking. She is cute. I just showed her to you this week too on a haul video. So I'm putting her down in here. Gotta get back to my orders. So for her, I sold her for $30 plus shipping, and it's showing $40.11. No promoted. I mean, I had promoted on it, but it wasn't through a promoted. and they did not use my coupon. So I think just Rainbow Bright, they just saw that and went for it. And I didn't know. I knew it was somebody when I saw it because it was 1980s, and it kind of struck a bell, but I had to Google Lens it to figure out that it was definitely Rainbow Bright before I, sold it as that. Okay, first class package. And yeah, 4011 all in. And I want to change it to Monday. Hopefully I did that on the J. Peterman pants. Yes, I did. Okay, yep. Just making sure. I was definitely talking about those pants. I don't trust myself. Okay, this one says Monday. And I'm going to click. Click, click. Yeah, that was a great sale. I just found that this week at the regular Goodwill. I don't believe that was a bins. I don't know. I truly, as you've seen, I've over-shopped this week for the next 2 weeks. So, I can't remember. I think that actually was the bins, wasn't it? I'll have to go back and look at my videos, but I don't have time really. So I'm pretty sure that was the bins. It's $7.59. It doesn't feel good right now, but it will feel good on Monday. And like I was saying, I worked, but most of today was just about an hour and a half of sourcing, and then the rest was just family time. And it depends on how you look at the trip I took. I mean, this trip I was going to take my mom to CPR, but I also was going to source. So, it's a deductible trip without a doubt because I sourced for tons of hours the last 2 days. But technically speaking, today when I was unloading, some of it was unloading this stuff down here, but we were also unloading our own personal stuff from the trip. Okay, I got to get another IKEA bag. Okay. Let's see what we have next. Okay, this is a teacup and saucer, and I have Reed in the title, so it must have had some damage. I've had it for a while. I think I got it as a group with something else, so I finally just took an offer of $5 plus shipping, and I'm happy with that. It's a little tiny one, even though I use big boxes. It's a Demitas, so it's pretty small, and those don't sell as well. I don't know how I ended up with this, but they paid $8.20 in shipping, and it's going to be $8.62, so I'm a little bit over, but I don't care. I'm happy. I'm going to actually check to see if priority is the same price, because if it's priority for the same price, I'm going to choose that, or close. Let me look here. Priority is $8.82, so for 20 cents, I'm definitely going priority. Not that I would ever do a claim. I mean, I never get any money out of USPS anyway. And this is actually going overseas, so it's going to one of those, I want to call it a transfer station, but it's a whatever. I can't think of it. Where they repackage, they check everything, and then they send it overseas. So I don't know what country. I don't see it on there. Okay. Hopefully it prints for Monday. That's what I put. We're getting there. Sometimes we're pretty busy on Sundays, and I know this Sunday night we have like a movie thing at church and just pizza and popcorn, all this stuff. So I just wanted to make my Monday a little bit easier. Monday is my husband's main day off. He's technically on his own schedule. He makes his own schedule, but still, Monday's kind of more his day off. So I wanted to at least be able to get up and have more of a little bit of time in the morning with him without having to hit the ground running as much. So that's why I'm trying to work a little late. And then he had a lot to catch up on coming home too. Now this, I believe, is my son's. It's some kind of, well, no, this is too old. I wasn't helping him do those at the time. So let me see what this is. This is something I must have gotten at garage sales this last summer. Yeah, it's a security monitor. It's a quorum something alarm system part. I think I sold it as parts. They did use my promoted listings and my coupon, which this is clearance. I'm more than happy for that. So I got $25.37 shipped, so about $15. I remember vaguely paying like $1 for this at some garage sale. And I'm trying to see if I sold it as parts. I'm pretty sure I did. My trash is just falling out of the trash can, but I don't want to take the time to go up. Okay, so 3 pounds, 12 ounces. It's an exterior remote flashing alarm system. And I know I didn't test it, so I would not have sold it except for parts. And it's not new, so I did sell it, I'm sure, as parts. If I can't test something, I don't want the return on it, so I just sell it for parts. Let's see. Okay, so they paid $12.50, so I'm gonna try to find, this is going to Vermont. I don't know why, all of a sudden, the last few weeks or something, it just seems like, I don't know, I'm doing Vermont a lot. It just seems like, so this is $13.34, so I still kind of misestimated my shipping, if that's a word. I only charged $12.50 in shipping, and see, the problem is on the older things, I haven't gone in and the prices have gone up. So I have not edited my shipping up like I should. And on 99% of things, it doesn't make any difference. But like on this one, I'm technically like losing $1.34 on the shipping, which really, I don't mind. I still made money. I know I paid $1. I vaguely remember the white box and picking it up because I didn't know what it was. And I thought, well, for $1, I'll do it. But this is another UPS one. I got some big things coming up that we have to ship. Thankfully, they're pre-packed. That's why I don't mind shipping days. I don't dread them. If I had to, like, actually ship those items. So like I say, I probably seem like I list slower because I prepay or I pre-pack all my stuff, so it's just completely ready to go. I should probably start leaving the tops on some things open, but I try to measure everything and I get very few questions on my items because I really do try to preemptively think of everything the customer is going to want to know. And okay, I'm going to go put this with the UPS. Okay, let's get this one out of the way. This one is that tackle box that I talked about. I showed you when I showed you how messy my office was, and I've already weighed this and pre-weighed it, but I'm going to just double check it again, and I'm showing about 16. I had this tackle box, and I got this at an ARC, and I want to say I paid $15 for it. I'm not sure. So in the end, I thought I would get more. I'm trying to think. I know I didn't get it for like $5 or something. It was at least 10, maybe 15, and I sold it for 35 plus shipping. Of course, the shipping is going to be the most expensive, and it was only promoted listings. They did not use the coupon. I want to say they made me an offer. So yeah, so I have 16 pounds and 10 ounces, and then it's 17 by 13 by 23. Even though it's a tackle box, watch out, Frodo. Blue boy, blue buddy. Even though it's a big heavy-duty tackle box, it's the Plano Phantom Pro, and it has 4 pull-out drawers, and it's going to Chicago. So actually, I'm going to make some money on the shipping too, because they paid $39 in shipping, and UPS is only going to cost me $25.50. And when I took the order, I took that into account because I thought, $35, but that's good. That's good. So, I'm not going to put insurance on this. It's not that expensive of an item or confirmation or anything, or I mean signature confirmation. So, okay, so this will go to UPS Monday. So I don't know what I made in the end. I made probably $30 if you count my shipping upcharge that I happened to end up with. So not bad. I'll take it. It was very easy to pack. It's just stick it in a box and tape it down, and it's not going to break. I think I did put a layer of bubble wrap on it. I normally do, even on just plastic items. I pack them not quite as if they are glass, but I still, like on the blow molds, even though most of those, if they're not too old, are pretty durable and they're not going to break in shipping, I still bubble wrap even my blow molds when I do them. And in a perfect world, as you can see out of all the stuff that I've showed you this week, I sell 90% clothing. It's just what I'm better at. It's what I've studied more, and it's so much easier to ship. You can see how, you know, I mean, that's 16 pounds. I can lift that and I'm fine and stuff. But, you know, you get into some 30, 40, 50 pound packages and it's just backbreaking. And I just don't think my husband and I really want to do that kind of stuff anymore. So I'm still willing to do hard goods, as in toys and that kind of thing, but not even really. Like, would I pick up this tackle box now? Maybe not. I don't know. Watch out, little brother. We're going to take this out of the way. Let's see. I want to check the bottom for tape on this one. Let's see. I'm going to put one more layer of tape just because I'm type A and I want to make sure it gets there. Okay. Watch out. Coming through. Move, move. Move, move, boy. Come on. Out of the way. Okay. Now we have this guy. Let's see. This is a Santa something. Let me see what this thing is. I will tell you in a minute what it is. Okay, we've got technically 9 more, but they keep selling, so I'll just do what I already pulled. I'm not gonna make you sit while I go get some more. Okay, this is a vintage musical Santa. He is made by Plush Creations, and he's from TL Toys, and I did test him and make a video of him. I believe it says video on there. So, anyway, he's tested and working. Let me reset this. And, of course, this is after Christmas. He sold on January 6th. So, some people are still, you know, just trying to get ready for next Christmas. This is 4.82 pounds. This sold with promoted listings and 28% off. So it's $41.63 all in, but of course, you know, I lost some of that with the 30% off. And, you know, I just had an after Christmas sale. I thought a lot of this isn't going to sell, but then of course it did. So I'm happy with that after Christmas. And I can't remember exactly what I would have paid. I don't think I would have paid over $5 for this. And actually, I'm going to print that off just in case that is a consignment item my son gave me. It doesn't say that, but it's in about the right number group. And so I'm going to print it off just in case. If it isn't, then when I check the spreadsheet, I'll know. All of that I could do right now, and normally I would. If it were just me shipping and I didn't have you guys sitting here waiting, that's something that you don't need to wait on. I'll just print it and figure it out later. Okay. Yep, hour and 13. Way too long for 23 orders, especially since they're prepackaged. That is way too long. But I am having to just be more careful with the Monday thing. And I'm slow, I guess. Okay. Alright, so I have... What did I say? I have... Oh, it didn't save. Let me try again. Okay, I have 431, so that is what I had on here. Okay. And then I didn't put in my dimensions. 13 by 11. I pre-measure my boxes and I write it on here. I think what happens is, you know, just like when I take it to the post office, they don't question me as much because they see that I'm doing my homework right here. Plus, now I'm sure that I would have put that into eBay, but maybe I forgot, or I don't know what happened. But if I had to remeasure now, I've already measured to get the shipping price. I don't want to have to remeasure. So I just write it right on there in black marker. Some boxes, if you're using a uniform box, it says it on the bottom, but mine doesn't. So they paid $16.50 in shipping. This is going to Oklahoma. I could either do parcel select, or UPS would probably be faster, and it's $17.13. So I mean, I guess I'll just stick with parcel select. It's fine. I don't need insurance on it or anything like that. And let's see, I have Monday. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, got my hair stuck in the tape. Great. Take that piece off. No one wants that piece, I'm sure. I cannot wait to get a haircut on Friday. It's what I'm working hard for. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be kind of my day off. I'll deserve it after 5 days of what I have to, how much I have to work to just mostly clean. A lot of it's just personal stuff, you know, just every evening working an hour or two, putting the Christmas away and cleaning and, you know, getting things organized. So it's not all about the office down here. But yeah, I'll be working kind of hard this week since I pretty much had almost an entire sourcing week, and then I just worked and listed in between as best that I could. Now it's time to pay the price for that. So I won't source at all this week, except maybe locally. I'll just run up there just to get out of the house because I have nowhere else to go except for the post office. And sometimes my husband goes there too. So I'm just going to reinforce this. So I will let myself run out. Obviously, I'm going to church tomorrow, so it's not like I have nowhere. But, you know, I don't go to the bank. I do banking on my phone. So really, the rest of the week after church tomorrow, other than the mail, I don't think I need groceries, so I won't be going anywhere. So I'll just run to the thrift once to get out of the house. Oh, let's see. This is Parcel Post. Okay, these I just listed this week too. And this is a pair of Nayat shoes. And let me tell you more about them. Okay, this pair is Nayat ankle booties. They're size 40 or a 9 US, and they have a brown. They have a side zip. I took an offer of $29.99 plus shipping, and I'm happy with that. I know that I probably could have gotten 45 or something, but you know, since I'm not working as much this week, since I'm sourcing and spending money like water, and then my listings were pretty good up until like today and tomorrow. I'm going to struggle because I have so much personal stuff going on, and I didn't get, you know, enough drafts in the bank. Plus, like I said before, some people are reporting that their drafts are disappearing. I'm going to check mine again. I have a few drafts in there. I haven't had any disappear, but the people who are saying that aren't just making that up. Like I know who they are, and they wouldn't waste their time getting on there saying that if it wasn't happening. And they're saying even some of their scheduled are disappearing. So I don't want to so I'm kind of glad, like I said before, I think I already did tell you that. I made a couple of different videos today, so I might be repeating myself. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't have hundreds and hundreds of listings up. Or scheduled, that is. I've never heard of scheduled disappearing. I've heard of drafts. I've heard of that before in different groups I'm in, and people that I personally, you know don't make stuff up. And so I've heard of the actual drafts losing their pictures after a while or going away, but I don't think I've ever heard of like their scheduled kind of disappearing. I do use scheduling a lot. Like I'll schedule 4 days out so I can have 4 days off and either go on a sourcing trip or just, you know, have 4 days where I just do other things, and I'll ship on those days if I'm home, but I don't always like to list every single day. I like to give myself a break and do other cleaning and stuff. And so, yeah, if I'd lost my schedule, that'd be terrible. That's kind of the number one reason that I like Ink Frog, except that I think if you schedule your listing, I'll have to go look. I don't think Ink Frog picks it up unless it's an active listing. So I do have Ink Frog, and I save that in case something happens on eBay and just all my listings get wiped out. But I don't list using Ink Frog. I just think it's more bulky and hard, and I've never had my virtual assistant go do it either. I'm happy with them just putting things into drafts, and then I launch the drafts. I think it's faster and better. But if this becomes kind of a repeat issue, I may not have a choice. I used to have Ink Frog because before eBay gave user permissions, I didn't want anyone, whether they were overseas or local or anything. I just didn't want anyone in my eBay account, and that's why I initially got it. Okay, this is Cruel Girl. This is like an orange Western pearl snap shirt. I've had this absolutely for a long time. I took $7.99 and it's $15.14 all in. I don't know if it was more the orange color. It says Brush Creek Resort also, which is a local resort in Wyoming. And normally on golf shirts, I don't have any trouble with that logo, I think, taking away the price. So it's a size large. I don't know if it was the color, maybe the Brush Creek resort logo, or just the combination, but I'd had it a while. I didn't pay much for it, and so I just decided to go ahead and take $8 plus shipping on it. They didn't use a coupon or promoted listings, so other than my cost of goods, which would have been at most $3. I don't even think that, but at most that's what it would have been. That's all I paid for it, so not much of a profit, maybe $2 at most, because eBay fees aren't cheap either. So yeah, and I got $6 in shipping. It's only going to cost me $4.90. It's going to Texas. It's not going to Wyoming. So a lot of people don't mind ranches and different names in it. So I made, what, $1 on the shipping. So it's all right. Not something I want to get out of bed and do on purpose, but I will take it. Yeah, I hope that I hear, you know, that scheduling issue is over with pretty soon. That's a little bit too scary for me because I really rely on the scheduling on eBay. So. This is scrolling. My screen is there. It goes. Okay. Yeah, so my plan is to go to church tomorrow. I will work in between, depending on how late I stay up, which hopefully isn't very long. I'm going to spend some time with my husband. We're going to watch something, but we both probably will be in bed by 10:30. Then I'm going to try to get up at 4 tomorrow and get my work done. And then I'll go to church in the morning and then come home and take a little nap before the movie night. Or I'll just sleep in so that, you know, I'm not tired tomorrow. We will probably go to lunch with some people tomorrow. It's what we normally do on Sundays. We go out to lunch. And so it's just a really full day by the time we have a movie night at church. So, I do have some partial listings done in drafts. I just need to photo them. So I think I can still, or I just don't really have a choice. I'm going to get up at least 10 listings tomorrow. And then we'll go from there. And then my plan is on Monday to list a bunch. I'll take the morning off and just ship what little I have. You know, depends on how many orders I get tomorrow. But it won't be near as much as if I had waited, that's for sure. Okay, these are Live Free Colorado threads. These are kind of they were really kind of different colored leggings, and they're kind of thin. But anyway, for some reason I looked them up, or I thought they were going to go for more. But these are a bins thing. I got $8.50 plus shipping, and they used promoted listings but no coupon. And this says that they are a repeat buyer, which is great. So let me see here. Now I have actually, okay, so this person has two. So they ordered this other legging. And this is the oldest thing in my inventory. It's number 26, and I am on 3,900 and something. And, you know, and I might have even had this and taken it out of inventory when I started my numbering system. So I have absolutely no clue how old this thing is. But it's at least over a year, probably more, I would say. So thankfully I caught this because it said repeat buyer. I'm going to put both of these in here into the one first class. I'm still going to sneak by on first class at 9 ounces. And I'm going to combine these. They paid separately, so I'm going to have to probably reimburse some. You know, they didn't ask. I mean, technically I don't have to, but it's okay. I do advertise everywhere that I combine shipping, so, you know, I think that maybe they bought because of that, and I don't want to, you know, not follow through on that when I'm actually using that as a selling point. So I'm only going to have to go up like an ounce to 9 ounces. It's taking a minute here just to even update that. Then I'm going to go to Monday again. So it's going to cost me $5.23, and let me see what they paid. This is another one. I got to reimburse the Untuckit guy, and then this is the leggings person. And so on this one, they paid $4.99. See, that's how long ago I've had it, and I haven't updated the shipping. I would never charge anyone $4.99 even for first class, because half the time it's $6.50 now. So this is an old pair of leggings. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm going to replace you with Zaya Active leggings that should flip much faster. I'm so glad to see some of this stuff go. I've been working really hard at ending and selling similar, but not just clicking real quick. I have it pulled up on bulk edit, and I only do about 20 at a time, and I really try to figure out, you know, what I need to change. And you know, these were going to be some things that I actually was going to start to slowly pull down and donate to the consignment store to just get, you know, $2 or $3 in spending money. And let's see. So I am going to copy this to go put in the other legging. So yeah, so I'm happy just to rotate them off. It makes my store volume or my store velocity faster. And it's not like I just left these sit. They have become new listings. When you sell similar, they are technically new listings. But even if you change the title, unless you redo the pictures, I feel like eBay isn't dumb, and they kind of know that this is the same old pair of leggings. And so I really want, like I showed you on that sheet, I've got like 20 things written down that I want to edit. But I only have another half hour. I said I was stopping at 9 no matter what, and my husband will be home then. So I only have a half hour. I think I'll be done with shipping by then. You're hoping so. You're like, man, this is a video that never ends. Okay, so there's that. Now I got to go down and put this in this one. Add tracking. Okay. And goodbye, goodbye. And let's see, I'm going to see how much they paid for on that one for shipping. She paid $6.50 on that one. So when I updated that one, I must have added more. So let's see, 14. So they paid $11.49 in shipping. And I'm gonna go look at my shipping labels. So my calculator is somewhere, everything is somewhere around this place. Okay, so it was $5.23. They paid $11.49. I'm going to deduct $5.23. So I'm gonna give them a refund of $6.26. And let me see if I can get into the order and do it there. Okay, it's not giving me the drop down on the, oh, there it is, send refund. Okay. I was going to say, I normally do it from the shipping label screen, and it just saves time. So let's go to shipping discount and put, thanks so much for your, what do you call it? For your 2 orders. I've refunded you the difference. Thanks. Okay. And what did I say? $6.26. Okay, review refund. And send refund. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So we should just have a couple more, and one is a new one that I didn't pull. So let me go see what else we have here. And another one, at least another notification that says sold ship now. I don't know, or maybe they didn't pay yet. No, I got 3 still awaiting shipping. And I probably, unless they're right here at hand, I'll just close out this video. So, oh yeah, the Untuck It is still showing. Oh, what am I doing? Oh no, 5. It's 5. That number was wrong. Okay, so it's still showing the onesie leggings, even though I just put the tracking number in. And it's still showing the Untuck It shirt, even though that's a repeat one. So those will go away. They take a while sometimes. Even if I go to add tracking, it will show that it's already in there. So like I'm clicking on it and it says you cannot, it can't be changed. So those will drop off of my shipping queue. So the cinch jeans, they're right over here. That's why. Okay, so these I just listed, didn't even get put away. And that's what I used to do. I used to not prepackage things. I used to kind of honestly, you know, list things, leave it kind of over here. And I would sell so much out of it before I ever had to put stuff away that I really sometimes wonder if this is smart. But then if you're listing hundreds of items a week, like I try to sometimes, you know, you are looking through piles of clothes. Now, I only have 10 things that aren't put away because I did them on the road. And that's the only reason I have anything that's not put away. Putting away is part of my listing system. And so that was really easy. But years ago, I would have stacks of jeans to go through. So anyway, this I sold with 28% off and promoted listings. So it was $28.73 all in. But let's look at what I actually made. These I got at the bins 100%. There was a second pair, but they had too many stains on them, so I couldn't pick those up at the bins. So my earnings, as far as they're concerned right now, are $20.03. That's after the promoted listings and the discount and everything. And then this is going to cost me $9 or $8.30 probably, or you know, $8 or $8.50 to buy the label. So all in, I keep $11 after that, and then I paid about $2 at the bins because these are £1.86, and that's $1.89 a pound. So I probably paid actually $2.50 for these jeans. So I would say I'm only making about $8 because they got the 28% off coupon, you know, which is fine. I mean, $8 for something I got at the bins. I have cinch jeans in my inventory and in my ended inventory, so I just sold similar, took the pictures. So I'm actually okay with that. I like to tell like the whole story, like how much you actually make after everything. And so on these pair of jeans, it would have been like $7, I think, is what it comes out to be. But they still, the customer doesn't care about that. I mean, the customer still paid $28, you know, including shipping. So to them, it's still a lot of money, actually. And that's why you can try to charge more sometimes. And I could have tried to get, you know, I probably didn't need to put, have that coupon available so early on some things. But I just always have a coupon on my store, and it seems to really help, so. Plus, I spent a ton of money this week. If you really add it up, I spent almost 400 and some dollars on the bins trip, and that includes travel and food and all of that gas. And then I spent probably another, I would say 250 at regular Goodwills, kind of in the same area in the last 5 days. So I have like $650 out in just inventory and expenses. And so, you know, I have to kind of take some offers this week until I recoup that money. Then, you know, if I want to save a few things and not, you know, be as generous, that's fine. But I've really got to make sure that I pay that within, you know, like a week. I don't like to have $650 in inventory hanging out there. So this is going to Kansas, and the label is $8.30. So technically I got $1.75 back on that. So that helps kind of pay for the jeans themselves. And I'm shipping this on Monday. So thankfully eBay, well, not thankfully, but eBay always has some money in the queue. And so thankfully most of my deposits in the next couple days will, like, you know, technically go into my checkbook. So, you know, I'll be fine as far as like all that I spent. Like I will have money to shop the next week if I had to, but I don't think I will have to. I think that this is going to last, especially with the editing I want to do. I think that all the hauls and the $650 I spent will probably end up taking me at least till early next week to not just process, but have, you know, time to do a full edit as much as I can in my store. And I'm really looking forward to it. I have some great stuff. I really want to be staying, I really want to stay up all night and list. Honestly, it's just such good stuff. I want to have the money back by tomorrow, but it's okay. I like to take free time for my family too. I love what I do. I love working. I certainly love making these videos. I love talking to everybody, but got to have that free time too. Okay, so I have two more. This gun case should be right over here, because I didn't even get it put away yet either. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it. Here we go. Okay. So this, I just used my husband's shoebox. I got him brand new shoes for Christmas off of eBay. I was good. And I was real happy with my purchase on eBay. This is a Wather pistol case, lock and keys. The keys were included in there. The case only, and it's plastic and it fits some certain gun. I'm not, you know, an expert on that. But I took pictures up front of the barcode and all of that. Technically, I bought this, but my son brought it to me. He brought it to me and showed it to me. So I'm not going to give him his full 50% because he told me it wasn't worth it for like us to split it, so he just handed it to me, but I'm going to give him a finder's fee on that. I won't give him his normal 50% consignment because, like he said, there just wasn't room in this item for that, so I just paid for it and put it on the spreadsheet myself and all of that. But I do want to give him a finder's fee because I wouldn't have found it, I don't think, or I didn't find it. He found it first at the Goodwill. So let's see, there was an ad fee, so that must be promoted listings. And then they did not use a coupon on that. Okay, so we got that one. All right, let's go to ship. So this is $1.96, 1 pound, 10 ounces, I guess. I'm going to round it up. Okay. Okay, and they paid $13 in shipping, and it's going to Florida, and it's not going to cost that much, it doesn't look like. So parcel select would be $10.61. Let's see if there's any faster that I can upgrade them to. UPS is $10.77. Priorities $12.05. I'm not going to go up $2 because I need to make some profit in there. So I might upgrade them to UPS. It definitely looks like at least the window on UPS is 3 days shorter than Parcel Post. So I am going to upgrade them. That'll only cost me like 10 cents. So that's like the nice thing to do, at the very least I can do. So I will do that. Let's see what this says. UPS never says what I chose. I can't see if I chose the 10th on there. That's the only thing. And I love that about UPS in the sense that when you drop it off, they don't say anything, but eBay might think I sent it late. And sometimes by now, like by 9 or 10 p.m., eBay realizes that it's Monday and it clicks it automatically to Monday. But I don't think it has yet. I think it still shows Saturday. There's so many midnight post offices all over the country, and we're certainly not one of them. We have 1 hour on Saturday to get our orders out, and I wasn't home in time this morning. In a perfect world, we would have come home last night, but it was just too much snow, and you know, we just had family, and we just decided to stay till this morning and then get home. Okay, let me double check one more time. I think that's it, other than what I just sold while we were making this. So I sold a pair of Eileen Fisher pants. I got $29.75 all in. They paid with promoted listings, but they didn't use a coupon. And then I think I had maybe some other orders, but no payments. Let me look here. I have 2 orders awaiting payment. Oh yeah, that Polo Ralph Lauren that I accepted the offer on. So that one is $15 all in. And then I have some Cheyenne jeans that just sold yesterday that are $16.99. So I'm going to send both of these people invoices. And but that's it. But thanks guys so much for staying up late with me. Hopefully you're watching this when you're wide awake and it's not 8:39 at night. And anyway, get your shipping done. I promise it helps your sales if you do it on, you know, like a Saturday or something. You don't have to just wait till Monday morning to do it. Just make sure you click that button to ship on the right days. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.